Figure it out, Chris.
There we are.
Yeah.
Are we on? I forget. Hold on. Are we on? Is it on? No, kidding. What's up, Hauppauge High School? It is the morning show. We're back. We're not doing this live because, you know, it's hard to do anything right now. So we're just getting this one done. It is August 28th, 2020. For those keeping score, it is still 2020. And just as proof that it is, about a minute and a half before we started this thing, the power in the high school went out for about 2 seconds. Why? Who knows? But it doesn't usually do that, so don't worry about it if that's something that is worrying you. But we are here. We are excited, and I'm going to have a crew of people who you are familiar with, if you are familiar with Hauppauge High School, or if you're one of the millions that watched the morning show in the spring. So let's just do the round the horn. We'll go in what I think is alphabetical order, and Joe Whitehorse. Go for it.
What's up, Hauppauge? Good morning. It's a bit different being here. No baby next to me, no dog to pet, not eating any baby food. But it's good to be back. Nice to see you all.
Yes, the stream already is saying that. Where's James? Where's James?
Yeah.
Joy.
Now they wouldn't. He rolls around and basically runs around now, so he probably wouldn't sit still anymore.
Got it.
Yeah,
Joy, go for it.
I'm missing baby James, and not having my own puppy next to me, but it's great to be here and in the Zen office. Welcome back.
Nice. Christy Pagliari, what's going on?
Good morning, Hauppauge. Happy to be back in the office and work, and welcome to season 2 of the morning show.
Yes.
Is this considered season 2, or is this the end of season 1?
This is the pre-season 1. This is like the trailer for season 2.
I think we really need to just go to a different season. I think
you're right.
Last season.
Yeah, I think. All right. So season 2 premiere. Here we are. Very fancy. Maria, what's going on?
Good morning, everybody. It's really nice to see your faces in person. I haven't seen you guys in a while, and I'm looking forward to this.
Yes, me too. And Ruthie Pincus, we're gonna have to work on the sun. The sun is over your head again, but go for it.
Okay. Good morning, Hauppauge. Welcome to the morning show, Survivor Edition. So thrilled to be back. Love seeing your faces again, everybody. And definitely missed you.
Awesome. Well, a lot to discuss. I mean, we got fleets of temperature check things behind me that we'll roll out on early next week as we talk about processes. But here we are. And we are endeavoring at Hauppauge High School to do something I think pretty incredible. I've been reflecting a lot about, you know, what we're doing, why we're doing it, and how we're going at it. And basically, what we're doing is we're working very hard, per usual, to support 100% of students, to tell their stories personally, professionally, academically, and socially. And that is going to come in a variety of forms when we return to school on Tuesday, September 8th, with some stuff happening next week. And that's the journey that we're on. Whether you're in the building or from home, our commitment is to you 100% of days for 100% of our students. And in the building, to get ready for that has been a massive operation this summer. And have been really proud of the team to kind of pull off this really wild task. And in truth, I'm blown away by what we've been able to accomplish over this summer to get ready, and very excited for the beginning of school year. That said, all of that is excitement that sits on top of this worry and this wondering about where we are in terms of our existence in relation to COVID-19 and the impact that that has had on our world in so many ways, in ways that I didn't even imagine there was something that could change the way that the entire world operates, 6, 7, 8 months ago when this all began. So that's kind of the interlude here today. In Suffolk County, keep wearing your masks, keep doing the right thing, and we're in a good position to open and maintain our safety here. Now, though, everybody's favorite portion of the morning show, we go to our correspondents. I don't know how ready they are for their correspondencies because I think I just said that
I'm winging it, Chris.
But if they're not, it's their fault because what else did they expect was going to happen here? Joe, in the world of sports.
Yeah, totally winging it right now. But I got this because I think when we left off in June, we still had no live sports back. So now we're in season 2. Every sport is back, sort of. There's been a bunch of interruptions as well. There were no real sports yesterday. We did have some, but those of you that know, a lot of sports teams and organizations in protest of what's been going on did not play the last couple nights. So that's been really powerful. And if anyone's a Met fan and you have time to watch it, I don't know if any of you saw this. The Mets and the Marlins did a really powerful showcase, and they didn't play their game, but they came on the field together, and kind of just came together as two different teams, and then they walked off the field. So there weren't really many games yesterday. There's not much going on, but playoff games for basketball and hockey are resuming this weekend, I believe Saturday. Also, there are 5 games this weekend between the Mets and the Yankees. So a lot of baseball coming up. But again, there hasn't been much going on the last couple of days in sports. So that's my update of what's been going on. I'll give you this day in history, which is mixed with trivia. And I know how much Joy and Christy missed our sports trivia. But actually, right now, I believe we would have been in the middle of the Summer Olympics. Right? I think that with that being moved, we would have been right towards the end. So on this date, 16 years ago, I'm going basketball here. Argentina won the gold medal against Italy in the basketball final. The United States, if you remember, it was severely disappointing with the amount of stars they had on that team. They came with the bronze medal. But Chris, can you name the player on Argentina that really drove them to the gold medal? I'd be really disappointed if you can't.
Manu Ginobili.
That's correct. Very good. Manu Ginobili, I believe the score was 82-68 over Italy, and they won the gold medal. So that's what I looked up. If I find any other fun facts, I'll jump in. But
can I tell my favorite Manu Ginobili story ever?
Yeah, I didn't know there were that many, but yeah, go ahead.
My gosh, there's so many. Manu is people should look at this guy. He is a
I feel like he's the kind of basketball player you like.
Yeah, unbelievable. Vision, incredible. So anyway, they're playing a game, just a regular run-of-the-mill weekday game, and there's a bat in the stadium. A bat. So they have to pause the game. They're trying to figure out what's going on.
Like a flying bat?
Yep, like a flying bat. Yeah. No joke. The bat flies onto the court. Ginobili smacks it with his hand, picks it up, and brings it to a security.
I saw this. This was, I think I remember this highlight.
That is Manu Ginobili. Incredible. So he beat the U.S. in the Olympics and has taken a bat off of a field. Now, what professional athlete do you know, Joe, that if a bat was flying on anywhere would be like, I'm going to be the one that saves the day here, catches a bat and deals with it?
Well, I don't know about the catching. I've seen a lot of baseball highlights where there's like a cat runs onto the field or something and they fix it. Not fix it. They pick him up and get him out of the stadium. But I do remember Randy Johnson. I don't know if you've ever saw that highlight. Yeah. He throws a fastball and a bird flies in front of it, and it doesn't end well for the bird. So I can't recall a bat, but also they usually play outside, so the bat can fly away.
You guys are having a really nice conversation. I'm glad we're here.
It's 2 months pent up of not doing this, so I'm getting it all out now. Anyway,
all right. Manu Ginobili. All right, Joy. So this day in history, that's your segment, right? What is today?
So there are many things to celebrate. Ruthie Pincus, you will find this totally unbelievable. But today is National Power Rangers Day. And
I love that show. When I was young.
I find that unbelievable.
Am I not surprised that Joe Whitehorse would love that show? So in 1993,
Yep.
5 ordinary teenagers exploded on the pop culture scene with the launch of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Together, they broke down barriers. They defeated evil by demonstrating teamwork, inclusivity, and diversity to people of all ages.
They beat down all the putties.
We can certainly take a lesson from the Power Rangers. So today is National Power Ranger Day.
That's right.
Do you have super strength or enhanced memory? Maybe your talent hasn't been discovered yet. That's okay. Nor does it matter where you live or who you are. With discipline, mindfulness, and heart, anyone can be a Power Ranger. Does anybody remember the colors of the Power Rangers by chance?
Yes, I got it. So you got red, blue, black, yellow, pink. Those are the originals.
Yes.
There was a Green Ranger that came in later on named Tommy.
Favorite memory of the Power Rangers is, when my son was little, he was a Power Ranger for Halloween. The costume had the built-in muscles, and it was so big he was walking around like almost like an Oompa Loompa, and would topple over with his Halloween candy. But yeah, so it's National Power Ranger Day. Here's another fun one. Today's National Bow Tie Day. The bow tie actually originates back to the 17th century. Chris Cook, you weren't sure that I would be prepared for this, but let me tell you. The soldiers wore bow ties. So whether you want to be a dapper Don or a clown, there are many, many ways to wear this bow tie. And I would encourage us to adopt a bow tie as part of our Hauppauge High School dress code.
I agree, Joy.
Right?
I used to do bow tie Fridays when I was teaching. It was fun.
I mean,
it's just you and me.
Yeah. So today is also National Cherry Turnover Day. I think McDonald's was the first to introduce the cherry turnover pie. But it's also, here's one, National Rainbow Bridge Remembrance Day. So for all of us who have loved and lost a pet, we know the poem about the Rainbow Bridge. And so here's a shout out to anyone who has lost a beloved pet this past year. I know we lost our Nero in April. So, and today is winding down with National Thoughtful Day. Wow. What encompasses a thoughtful day? Just think about it. Sometimes it's an awareness of what people around you might need. So we're going to start the year with being very thoughtful and thinking about what others need. And so that's my portion of this segment. Have a great day, everybody.
Excellent. Christy with the weather.
Hi. So the weather right now is 74 degrees outside. It's partly cloudy, going to be cloudy most of the day with highs of 84s. Thunderstorms tonight and pretty much thunderstorms all day tomorrow. So Saturday's going to be a little bit of a washout. From my new office, I have a beautiful view of the circle, and I'm very happy to say that there's much more traffic in it now as people are coming back to school, and we're happy to be back.
That's awesome. Yeah, the circle traffic is picking up. It won't pick up too much, but I'll talk about that later in another message. And awesome that tomorrow, Saturday, it's supposed to rain all day. Great. Could really use a rainy thunderstorm Saturday right before we go back to school. That's really lovely. Okay. And do you have any idea what next week looks like? Is it? It's probably going to be hailing and snowstorming.
It's a mix of snowstorms or tornadoes. We haven't gotten there yet. I'm just waiting on
Got it. Yes. All right. Perfect. Maria, hands down, feedback came in spring. Everybody wants to know what's for dinner.
What's for dinner? We got a lot of time to catch up on here. Actually, for dinner tonight, we're going out. So, nice. Yeah, we're going to a clam bar in Island Park. My daughter's been talking about it. Amazingly enough, I have never had a lobster roll, and my kids keep telling me you have to try a lobster roll. So they said there's a really great clam bar in Island Park, a lobster rolls. So that is the plan for tonight.
Maria,
I had a lobster roll for dinner last night.
Yeah, I've never, you know what? I have to be honest. I have never been a fan of lobster. When I was little, I remember I must have been about, I don't know, 5 years old. Got up in the middle of the night. I had to go to the bathroom. I didn't really know what lobsters were. My parents had gotten lobsters, and I was in the bathroom, and there were monsters in the tub. I did not eat lobster for like 20 years after that. Oh, no. I had no idea what they were. I thought they were monsters coming to get me.
My kids get having like little lobster races before we cook them.
Oh. Well, that would have been a little different if somebody had prepared me instead of just getting these things and sticking them in there.
You know, I had that same experience with tongue. Like my mother would make tongue, but then one day I saw a tongue on the counter, and it was a tongue. Ugh. And that was it. It was awful.
Yeah, the thing is, these things can do something to you. So anyway, after that, I just would not eat lobster. I have recently, and it's good. It's good. So now tonight we're gonna have the lobster roll, nice. And we'll see how it goes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go Maine lobster or Connecticut lobster?
Maine lobster.
Maine lobster sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds really good.
Good answer.
There you go. Actually, there's a place in Smithtown that my brother-in-law had gotten lobster from, and they make it. I don't know. He makes it now. He cooks it. Then he puts it on the grill, and then he throws in some Jack Daniels and some other stuff when he throws it on the grill, and it's really pretty good. So
you ever do a clam bake?
No, my daughter makes the clams. Actually, one of my daughters is going clamming this afternoon. Low tide's 2:30, I think, and they're planning on going clamming then.
Or do a clam bake with a big pot.
Mm-hmm.
Lobsters, clams, mussels. Maria's hanging out in my office, so we're actually talking about a clam bake.
This is pretty impressive. There is amazing.
We've been trying to guide against every audience member that's wondering where the feedback comes from right now. They're getting it right now, the audio feedback. Oh, they're sitting right next to each other. That's why there's the microphone feedback. So we got the clarification.
But that's it. That's it as far as my cooking today at all.
All right. Good summer. How'd your vegetables do?
No, well, one good guts. That's it. I was so disappointed.
Good guts?
Yeah, I love my good guts. We have like these 8-foot vines. They get the little flowers. The little flowers close up. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
What can you compare a good guts to?
A light colored zucchini. It's really big, like 3 feet long. Light colored, very good. It's a little milder, really, really, really good. Didn't get a tremendous amount of zucchini either. I was a little disappointed in that. Those are two things I really enjoy. But got thousands of tomatoes. So many tomatoes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, cool. Maria, I made sauce again last weekend, and now we're gonna make sauce again this weekend because we got so many tomatoes. I don't know what to do with.
That's wonderful. Yeah. That's wonderful. I was making them along the way during the year. I have a small strainer that my daughters had gotten a couple of years ago for me. And then they decided it wasn't big enough. But I've been using that all the summer. As the tomatoes come in, I've been just making a little bit of sauce. And then they bought this huge monster one. And it showed up at the house, and they were like, Ma, because my daughter in Long Beach was like, Ma, I need more sauce. I ran out. Ma, I know you ran out last year. But honestly, I don't know if I ran out because I truly ran out, or I ran out because now Nick wasn't at school. He was home.
Yeah.
Christina wasn't like in Brooklyn every day. She was home. So I don't know if that's the reason why I ran out, but we ended up going back up because we picked up like 8 bushels of tomatoes the other weekend. And last weekend, that's all we did. The whole weekend.
Yeah.
We stepped up our game this year and we took our cucumbers, and last weekend we had, or 2 weekends ago rather, we had a pickle making contest. So they took about 7 days to make. So we tried them this week and they actually came out pretty good. It was fun.
That is cool.
Yeah, I like the cucumbers. My husband added to the sauce this year because we had these ghost peppers in the garden and they came out so strong nobody wanted to eat them. So now I have like 10 jars of Papa Paulie's homemade sauce sitting at home.
Nice.
Because when we were doing it, he was like, you know what? I want 1 pot for me. And he added all these, he added some peppers. He added a bunch of stuff and he made his own little sauce with the kick.
Nice. Well, very good. We got to figure out what's the sequence of this moving forward, because we want to keep these conversations going. But let's pivot to Ruthie for a second and talk about the world of arts. And I know we got one recognition of a student also that we put out there, but also generally, let's talk about art.
Generally, what's been going on in the summertime, there's been some drive-ins at the Tilla Center at LIU Post, and that's been kind of cool. So I went to a really neat jazz concert, and that was really pleasant. However, I guess people had been pulling their chairs out and having the space next to them to put to sit and listen to the concert. But the afternoon that we went to our jazz concert, Cuomo ended that. So we sat in our cars, but it was still pretty exciting and lots of fun. Today in history, one of my all-time favorite performers was born, and that's Donald O'Connor. Anybody familiar with Donald O'Connor?
No.
One of my favorite all-time musical films is Singin' in the Rain. And Donald O'Connor is just brilliant. And if you want to sit down with your family and watch a really great musical film, it's Singin' in the Rain. My kids grew up on it and we'd watch it over and over. It's such a funny film. It's great. And Donald O'Connor does a song called Make 'Em Laugh, and where he literally climbs the walls and he's all over the place. It's a really wonderful comedy tune. In fact, I think, David Wroblewski last year sang that song in our musical theater class. So it gives you an idea of, he's such a funny kid. And he really brought some life to it. So it's that kind of a musical. So,
awesome.
So Donald O'Connor. And then on to our exciting news in the departments of fine and performing arts. Vincent Girardi has been selected as a Long Island Scholar Artist for the 2021 school year. And that's kind of in recognition of his excellence in theater. And the way that works is each year, most years, I will submit people. Last year, Angelina Mercurio won the Scholar Artist. And I'm allowed to submit one student that I know is really going on and moving forward in terms of theater. And of course, Vincent came to mind immediately.
Yeah.
And he's just such a well-rounded artist. In that, and really the thing is, you have to have something like above a 95 average to get this as well. So you have to be an excellent student, as well as you have to put together performance videos and write several essays. And Vince fit perfectly and received the honor. So I think in February, they will have a picture of him and they will be featuring Vincent in Newsday, because Newsday backs this. And then at the end of the year, he'll be invited, hopefully, to the Tilla Center, and they'll be celebrating this honor. But there's only 12 scholar artists throughout all of Long Island, and lots of departments are submitting people. So
that's awesome.
Awesome. It's really exciting.
Vincent, congrats. Looking forward to seeing you again, and also just tremendous work. I mean, I think it's really inspiring to watch you perform, and this recognition is awesome. Very cool. Well, Ruthie, awesome to have you back. Loving this little morning show we got here. As we round out today, I think I want to ask, what is an inspiring thing that you've seen related to the world around Hauppauge High School, maybe a community member or something, that since we've gone, I think our last show was June 26th. We did it all the way right up to the end. So we've had about 2 months, no show. What's something inspiring around the world of Hauppauge High School that you've seen? I can start, and then we'll flow through. In truth, it's been an enormous amount of work. And, you know, when I've been on teams, you always try to be on a team where you can't point to like a hole, because if you can do that as a team and there's no hole, and that means that you're going to have a really excellent team, because everybody's kind of pulling in the same direction, and that everybody's really trying to perform well. And truthfully, across the building, so instructional planning, technological planning, facilities, buildings and grounds, our clerical team, everybody has been pulling together in a really powerful way. And we've been able to move forward an enormous amount this summer, and the dialogue has been pretty round the clock. So really just a huge shout out to everybody that I've had a chance to interact with on a daily basis. I'm like inspired by the community as a whole. And so really thank you. But Joe, why don't you jump in? Maybe you got something more specific.
Yeah, since you went general, I'll go specific to one day about a month ago when we had 6 graduation ceremonies. That was pulled off. And, you know, aside from a 2020 moment when the skies opened up right before the third ceremony, I was just floored by how well it went. And that was mostly because not just of the incredible the very meticulous planning of people in this meet, but just how everyone came together for one goal, to celebrate the class of 2020. And it was a beautiful day. You know, we had different singers, different performers. Chris gave a different speech every time. We found out he played lacrosse. If any of you ever want to know his story about a pass that he once threw.
Is it bad pass?
Yeah, a bad pass, yes. It was just inspiring to watch.
No, he said, know who you're passing to.
Yes.
That was his father telling him that.
Exactly. Anyway, the point was, I was inspired by how well the community rallied around that and responded and followed protocols. And I think we're ready for a big year of that. It's going to be a lot of new stuff, a lot of protocols we now have to follow. But I think for the common goal of making sure our students get the best experience, we're all going to be able to rally around and do it.
Agreed. Very cool. Thanks, Joe. Christy, what do you got? Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Alphabetically, it's Joy, then Christy, then Maria, then Ruthie. Got it. Joy, go for it.
Yeah, so I have 2, of course. I absolutely was inspired by our graduation ×6. And what I loved that we did was how we had the parents walk up with their son or daughter. I thought that was like so special. But the other really inspirational moment was when we honored all of our students around the flagpole on June 29th, who were going into a career of service. So we had 9 students who either were going into the military or received a congressional nomination and were going to a service academy, or we're going the ROTC route. And you know, to choose a path of selfless service is the greatest gift you know you can give. And I was just so proud of our students. And it was, you know, Mike Waffini, our head of buildings and grounds, did an incredible job of lining the perimeter with the military branch flags and you know, the American flags. And it just was a really super special day. So those are my 2.
Awesome. Thank you. Christy, go for it.
So I'm going to kind of circle back to you, Chris, because I don't really have one thing particular that stands out, but it's like, if 2020 could give us anything more, it just keeps shoving stuff at us, and everyone just keeps pushing forward and doing whatever they have to do to get us back and get us, get our kids back in school. The custodians here are just nonstop going to make sure that the building is safe. The technology, we need computers, we need stuff, and one thing after another, and nobody's stopping. The teachers just keep pushing forward, and just like the stamina and the efforts that everyone are putting in just to get our kids back and to get everyone back in the building. It's overwhelming. It's so inspiring that, all the efforts that you guys are putting in, that we're putting in, all the thoughtful planning that's going on to make sure that we can bring our kids back safely and give them like just the most amazing experience. And we were able to do that for our class of 2020. And I hope that our class of 2021 knows that we're going to put in that same effort to give them the best senior year that we can.
Awesome. Agreed. Thank you. Maria, go for it.
Okay, all I have to say is I am really impressed by the efforts, the coordination and amount of work that's going into this. To me, it's kind of unbelievable the way people are going and supporting each other, working together. I think that's absolutely awesome. I think it's really incredible. And big round of thanks to all you guys who are doing it.
Yeah, well, right back at you. I think this is everywhere. So thank you. And yeah, it's wild. It's totally wild. 2020 is making some challenges, but we're meeting it. Ruthie, what about you? What do you got?
Okay, so I'm inspired by several of the students that have kind of been reaching out to me or texting me or saying, asking questions about what's going on, but they're excited to come back into the fold. And I'm also, I have to say, just as everybody else, I feel like at the high school, the four of you are really rock stars, and you're really putting in what we need. And doing the best we can, because there's nothing to wrap your arms around and say this is the way things are going to be. So in light of the fact that there's no constancy, the four of you you're the people that I'm happy that I have leading the high school. So thank you.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Sure.
It really means a lot.
Sure.
And what I would just add to that is this has been such a wild experience. Ruthie, you and I were chatting a little bit before we got going here. I think we just have the right group to pull off something magical and really excellent. And the world could switch on a dime and we could be in a place. But if the challenge is how do we maintain high level schooling for our students and support them in holistic ways, like this is the right group to do it. I've been blown away. So and it wouldn't be that way if from an administrative team, from that extending to our directors and our district office, that we didn't have a flexible group that's like, you know what, that we just ran into that wall, we're going to figure out a way through it or over it or under it or whatever. So kudos all around. We're back on Monday. Staff is going to spend the week making sure we fine tune our systems, get ready. We'll see some students on Thursday for orientation, some walkthroughs in the building. Maybe we can pull off a morning meeting next week. We'll see. But otherwise, this is get posted on YouTube. Whoever is our 10,000th viewer will win a prize. All right. We'll see you soon. Peace out, Hot Pod. Can't wait to get you guys back.
Bye, everybody.
Awesome.